Really quick, everybody, this entire video will be timestamped, so if you don't want to watch whole video and just get straight into a different topic, please check the pinned comment or the little red bar right down below you. Again, this entire video will be timestamped, and I'd appreciate you guys watching whatever part that you like to. If you're sticking around, guys, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels, and welcome back to another complete betting guide. This time for UFC Vegas 82, and we are going to go through a new part of the channel, by the way. We are going to be going through my bets from the previous weekend, then we're going to get into the confident picks, underdog opportunities, fights that you should not bet on, my lock of the week, and then we have the potential parlays. We're going to go through it all, and again, timestamps are there if you'd like to skip to any particular part of the video. Let's start off with how we did last week. Now, guys, if you don't know, I have a member-only part of the channel where you can see all my official plays if you're looking to tag, if you're going to see, like, what I am going to be betting on specifically, if you guys are very interested. And I wanted to show, like, hey, this is exactly what I'm posting, this is what I do. I don't want to just, like, hey, this is what I do. It's just, you know what, it's another thing to talk about. People have been commenting down below that I need to show how I've done, so I'm going to be doing this from this point forward. And again, timestamps are there if you'd like to skip. So this is the UFC 295 official plays, and I had a very, very good week. I had a very good week with a little bit of trouble. Joshua Van, I was confident in Joshua Van. I liked him, especially as the week went on. Got a very nice win. Diego Lopez, of course. I caught Diego Lopez. I want to say it was almost at a 3-1 underdog, which was like, I couldn't believe when I saw it. I hopped on that right away. I think it was 3-1. Again, I'd have to go back and actually look at the betting slip. Anyways, I reluctantly bet against Alessandro Costa. I thought he was going to do it, and he had his moments, but of course, what can you do, right? I wanted to jump on that underdog opportunity there. It didn't go my way, but Jamal Emmers ended up getting a very nice win. Tabitha Ricci versus Lupita Godinez to go over 1.5 rounds. Of course, that was a very, very tough go, but it's always, women's MMA. I like to do that. And then I had another single bet with Jessica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern to go over 1.5 rounds, and I was sweating. I was sweating through this one, especially, man, like Jessica Andrade, there was 1 point with like 10 seconds left or 15 seconds left where I was going to win my bet. She knocked Dern down. If she would have went in and finished the fight, I would have lost it. And I was like, no! But then actually, we ended up all being okay. Jessica Andrade showed a little bit of patience, so thank you, Jessica Andrade. We were okay there. And of course, I ended up parlaying the two together, which ended up hitting, which is very nice. Now, I'm shocked at this one. Jared Gordon versus Mark Madsen, I had going over 1.5 rounds. Of course, Jared Gordon ended up finding a very, very early KO. I need to look a little bit more into Jared Gordon, man, because I don't give this guy the respect he deserves. He's better than I think. I just thought it was going to be like a little bit of a sloppy fight. I thought it was going to be a little bit grindy. Nothing was really going to happen. I was confident in that, but didn't get that done. But of course, I had one more 2-fight parlay with Mateusz Rebecki and Jamal Emmers both to win. That hit, so it was a very profitable week for me, with the hiccup of Alessandro Costa and, of course, Jared Gordon. But regardless, like, it did pretty good. So if you guys are interested, this is what I have going on every single week. Either Thursday or Friday, I'll be posting all of my official plays. If you're interested, check out the channel membership down below. Very cheap compared to everybody else, by the way. All right, guys, let's move on to the confident picks for the video. The confident picks I have for you, first of all, is going to be Mick Parton. And it is important to note that I will not be breaking down these fights completely. I have a whole video where I break down the entire card. If you are interested, go check that out. But I'm going to give my general thoughts. The reason I'm confident in Mick Parton, but it is important to note, heavyweights, KO power is always there. Kaio is very live to win this fight, but Kaio is a fighter at heavyweight who's just sloppy in swings versus Mick Parton, who actually displays better technique than you see from most heavyweights. I think Mick Parton does a good job at slowing down the pace. I think Mick Parton can really get control and kind of do what he wants in this matchup. I don't see Machado having anything for Mick Parton in this bout. The next confident pick I have for you is, guys, it's actually going to be Chase Hooper. Now, this one might bite me in the butt, okay? I'm a little bit unsure if I'm going to actually be betting on this one. Chase Hooper, the reason why I'm betting on him, first of all, is Jordan Levitt is not dangerous. I understand he got a KO in his last fight, but I'm still not confident in Jordan Levitt. Like, I'm shocked that he got a KO, okay? Chase Hooper has been talking about, and I've been following Chase Hooper because I'm a big fan of him. And I promise this pick isn't with bias, of course. He has talked about in the new weight division how he is focusing on getting better, focusing on his talent instead of just cutting weight. He showed that in his last fight. He showed his striking level was night and day difference. I could only imagine that the rest of the game, his game is only going to evolve, and he's very serious about being a UFC contender. I like the improvement that I've seen from Chase Hooper, and I can only imagine, and how long ago was his last fight? It was 4 months ago. In 4 months, you can make huge improvements. I like the dedication that Chase Hooper has been showing. I would imagine he will be better, and he will get the better of Jordan Levitt no matter where the fight goes. I'm picking Chase Hooper. I like the improvements that he's made. I'm going to go with him. And guys, the last confident pick I have for you is actually going to be Michael Morales. While both fighters are very good, I just think Jake Matthews has lost a little bit of a step. He's coming off of a nice win, but that's against Darius Flowers, where there's really nothing to write home about. Before that, he got absolutely destroyed, and his win against Andre Fowler before that hasn't exactly aged well. Michael Morales has been very consistent. He's been looking good every single time we see him. He's a very nice all-around skill set, and I just think that he's going to get the better of Jake Matthews here in this fight. But guys, I want to talk about some underdog opportunities. It is important to note, while this whole section here, these are not picks, these are just opportunities. Underdog opportunities. I may not be picking the underdog to win, but if you're looking for value, these are the underdogs on the card that I can see getting it done. Now, the first underdog on the card is going to be Jekka Serig. Now, at the time of recording this video, he is sitting at a plus 340 underdog. I think that's crazy for two guys that are going to come in there and strike. While I am picking Alexander to win this fight, Jekka, in my opinion, is very live here. I think that they have kind of like a similar talent level, with just Lucas Alexander having a little bit more of an edge. It just wouldn't shock me at all. I don't think this fight should be a 4-1 underdog. That's where I'm at with this fight. I'm still picking Alexander, but I wouldn't be shocked if Jekka ended up getting it done. The next underdog opportunity I have for you is going to be Joe Anderson Brito. Now, Joe Anderson Brito, at the time of recording this video, is sitting at a plus 220 underdog. I like Joe Anderson Brito's ground defense. That's the thing, because there are some question marks in this fight, like can Joe Anderson Brito keep Jonathan Pierce off of him? Maybe. Joe Anderson Brito will definitely have the power advantage. He should have the striking advantage, but that's still a little bit up in the air. Now, something that I do like, I talk about this in so many videos. More people need to do what Joe Anderson Brito does when it comes to ground defense and just pound their way out of stuff. If Jonathan Pierce is going for a submission, Joe Anderson Brito will punch you in the face. And that's effective. That's effective. Not a lot of people do that. I like what I've seen from the defense of Joe Anderson Brito, and I like his chances to get a finish here. Jonathan Pierce has looked good. Very, very close fight, but I would not be shocked if Joe Anderson Brito did pull it off and looked very good in this fight, because again, he's on a very, very solid win streak. Plus, Joe Anderson Brito has fought better opponents than Jonathan Pierce. I like Joe Anderson Brito in this matchup. I really do. Now, guys, let's talk about some fights to avoid. Fights that I believe you should stay far, far away from. The first one being Charles Johnson versus Rafael Estevam. Now, here's the thing. Charles Johnson, last two fights, has had a huge problem with takedown defense. What is Rafael going to come in to do? Take you down. Can Charles Johnson, has he worked on the takedown defense? We don't know, because Estevam has also not fought anybody to the level of Charles Johnson. Stay away from this fight. It's a lot of question marks. Same thing for Nicholas Mata versus Trey Ogden. While, here's the thing. Both fighters are very, very good at standing up. And it's a little bit closely contested, but Trey Ogden definitely has the ground advantage, but Mata has great takedown defense. So is Trey Ogden even going to come in with the takedown game plan? We don't know. Is he going to be able to take him down? We don't know. How's Mata on the ground? We don't know. Are these two going to strike? Probably. Who's going to win the striking match? We don't really know. Mata might have a little bit of advantage, but Trey Ogden is a very, very good and powerful striker in himself. Both fighters are good. There's still some question marks when it comes to their career. Stay away from this fight, in my opinion. Guys, this one's going to be really quick. Uros Medic versus Johnny Parsons. This is going to be an absolute firefight. Uros is going to try and keep this a little bit technical. Johnny Parsons is not going to let that happen. Is Johnny Parsons going to come in and overwhelm Medic, or is Johnny Parsons going to come in gun swinging and Medic is going to clip him? Who knows? This has Fight of the Night written all over it. I don't know if you should ever bet on a Johnny Parsons fight, to be honest with you, but this could go so many different ways. I am not going to bet on this fight one little bit. And guys, the last fight I think you should steer clear from is the main event. You have Brendan Allen versus Paul Craig. This is such a closely contested fight when it comes to skill level. I don't even know what to tell you. I made a whole video talking about this in the full card breakdown, and I did not know what to say in the sense where it's like, oh my god, both guys are so good. Both guys are so good in the division. Paul Craig looks so strong in the new weight class, not drained. Brendan Allen is on an absolute tear in the division. Has a very nice win streak, looking better every single time we see him, but Paul Craig has looked so strong. The submission skills are there, but Brendan Allen has those submission skills himself. It's just such a tough fight, such amazing, amazing matchmaking, such an important fight division. Both guys are so hungry. This fight, out of everything on the card, this is a true 50-50 fight in my opinion. I think you're crazy if you're betting on this one. You're throwing your money on red if you're betting on this fight. Now, guys, let's talk lock of the week. Now, it is important to note where most people, when they upload their lock videos, and they talk about this guy's gonna win for sure. This is my lock of the week. My locks, and this is important to note for this fight, my locks are just the fighter on the card that I believe has the greatest chance of winning than everybody else. If my life depended on it, I would be picking this fighter out of everybody on the card, and that's going to be Cesar Almeida. The reason why I wanted to note this is because he's 4-0. He's 4-0. But in this Contender Series fight, he convinced me. We saw everything. This dude has some kickboxing credentials. We have seen him grapple. We've seen him have heart. We've seen him have jiu-jitsu, takedowns, takedown defense. He has shown a little bit of everything in the Contender Series, and I was just completely blown away by his performance. I really, really was. That, along with Christian Leroy Duncan, I hate it when guys, like, first of all, he's looked great, Christian Leroy Duncan. Everybody was talking about him being this fantastic striker, myself included. He fought Armin Petrosyan, which was a clear step up in competition, and this dude was getting outworked, and he started clowning around like Anderson Silva. This is what the other example that I use in my full card breakdown. I thought of Ismail Bonfim, and I thought of Anderson Silva, but more importantly, Ismail Bonfim. When he started having a little bit of problems, and I hate when fighters do this, so this is why it's a combination with the lock, right? Christian Leroy Duncan, he's not going to get better. He hasn't shown me that he wants to get better because as soon as he found a little bit of adversity, he started clowning around like, I don't even care about this fight. Like, oh, this doesn't hurt me. You know what I mean? I hate when fighters do that. It shows me they don't want to get better. Okay? He saw some huge problems in that fight. And Cesar Almeida, I love what I've seen from him in the Contender Series. I love what I've seen from him. I'm already convinced that he could be the real deal. This dude has credentials before MMA. The only problem is he's 4-0. But then again, Christian Leroy Duncan doesn't have that much experience either. I just love what I've seen from Cesar Almeida. He'll have more options to win the fight, and I think he's going to get by Christian Leroy Duncan. He is my lock of the week, Cesar Almeida. All right, guys, let's talk about some potential parlays. And this is the part of the video, honestly, where I just have some fun picking some stuff. Now, if you guys don't know, I am a big fan of 1.5 rounds, and I can see quite a few fights in this fight going over 1.5 rounds, that being Charles Johnson versus Rafael Estevam, and I'll probably end up parlaying some of these together. Chase Hooper versus Jordan Levitt, I would imagine. I'd be shocked if it didn't go over 1.5 rounds. Even the Lucas Alexander fight I could see, and honestly, Pierce and Brito are both very, very tough. This one, man, no thank you. Aylin Perez should probably just work her way to a decision. I'm not sure about this one. That's where you get a little bit tough with the rest of the card here. Brendan Allen versus Paul Craig, I guess I can end in a submission. Luana might actually KO Hebus in this fight, so I don't know about an over 1.5, but let's take a look at like some of the, oh my God, Cesar Almeida is a underdog right now. That is crazy. I'm probably going to be hopping on this one, to be honest with you guys, but let's put some stuff together just for fun. Let's put some stuff together. Why not? Let's take Cesar Almeida. Let's take Chase Hooper. Let's take, Jordan and Brito. That is a fun one. If you want to go for fun, I don't mind Jonas and Brito and Cesar Almeida together. That's almost 5 times your money. I like that, but let's take a look. Like, let's take Chase Hooper, right? Let's take Michael Morales. Other than that, like, there was another fighter that I was really high. Regardless, these three together, I don't mind that. Honestly. But there are a lot of really close fights. But let's like do some for fun. What can we get if we were to like, let's say, it's tough. I just like playing around with this, guys. That's the thing. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, to be honest with you. Paul Craig is 3-1. That's tempting, man. That is very, very tempting. But other than that, like, I'm probably going to go with just 2 fight parlays this time around. Honestly, if you want to take Lucy, like, no, not Lucy. Or if you want to take, like, Aylin Perez, the reason why I didn't pick her in the confident picks is because it's WMMA, really. Anything can happen unless you're talking someone like Whaley there. So even if you want to take, like, Aylin, Chase Hooper, that's pretty good. That's over 2 times your money. You want to take Cesar Almeida, but like that's crazy to me that he's a plus 205 underdog right now. I was just not impressed by Christian Leroy Duncan at all. There is a lot of possibilities here. Mick Parkin was the other one. That's what it was. Now, Mick Parkin, let's say Cesar Almeida, Mick Parkin. Oh, that Joannis and Brito one's very, very tempting. If I want to go Chase Hooper, bang, there we go. Michael Morales. Now we're getting to 11 times your money. I honestly might just do that one for fun. Why not throw $10 on it, right? But guys, there's a lot of potential going on this time around. There's a lot of potential. Let's see if like, just like off a gut feeling, let's see like Cesar Almeida, right? Let's take Jose Johnson. Let's take, this one, no thank you. Chase Hooper. Let's take Lucas Alexander. Let's take Joannis and Brito. No thank you for this one. Let's take Aylin Perez. Michael Morales, Mick Parkin. Peyton probably will win that fight. This is a tough fight. Trey Ogden, Nicholas Monta. That is a tough fight. So let's get rid of that one, right? Then let's take Luana and Paul Craig. That's a biggie. That's 172 times. Oh my God, that's definitely not gonna hit. But man, that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun, guys. I don't know if you guys do this with me. Please let me know if this is something that you wouldn't like to see in further videos. But those are some potential parlays. I honestly, other than that, to get serious with you, I might do like, I might do like Michael Morales, then parlay like Chase Hooper to go over 1.5. Same with Aylin Perez. I will definitely be doing that one over 1.5. It's just you have to be careful with this week, to be honest with you guys. But with that being said, guys, that puts an end to the complete betting guide today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new here and you enjoy the content, please consider hitting the like button, help out the channel a ton, and subscribe. If you are brand new on the screen right now, if you'd like to continue watching the Clenbat channel, there'll be 2 videos on screen for you to check out. I will see you either there or in the next video, guys. Take care.